Good morning, everyone. This is CodeChris, and today I want to talk a little bit about tech and politics, not left or right, but just some things, some predictions that we might be able to figure out in regards to tech under a democratically controlled United States. So at the time of this recording, all three branches of government are going to be controlled by the Democratic Party, and things should be able to be moved and pushed through. So what can we see in regards to tech? Well, so one thing that's going to just seem obvious is there's at this current moment, we're facing a pandemic. There's a job loss situation, a lot of things going on with that. And so a very common solution is going to be infrastructure. So you can expect them to start building a lot of stuff, but more specifically into new energy. So you can expect to see solar panels, windmills, whatever alternative new energies that we've kind of been thinking about for the next long-term future, not so much old fossil fuels. Although that might be used a little bit of a transition, you can expect to see a much larger push in that direction as far as infrastructure for jobs, as well as just a general looking to the future of sustainable energy moving forward. Another thing that's likely is going to be a rise in the minimum wage. Now, whether or not this will actually make it to the $15 minimum wage is up in the air. But with the rise in minimum wage, one thing that we can expect to see in general, specifically towards some of the more manual tasks that are usually attributed with lower minimum wage, we can expect to see a rise in robots and AI. In fact, you're already seeing that to some extent just because of the nature of the pandemic. A lot of companies, restaurants, you'll see if they are able to adapt, you'll have to see more of them going online, taking orders, so that you can just drive in, so you need less personnel. Eventually, when we do reach the point where people are returning back indoors and everything kind of gets back more to normal, we can expect to see that companies will recognize that they do not need as many people. So they will be able to manage with less people, and the companies that can do so are probably already in the process of figuring out what robots can be utilized for that purpose, and even services specifically. You can see where AI is going to be involved to take off a lot of the load. So a team that used to be 10 service providers can now be reduced down to maybe 3. Right, and AI can help speed up a lot of that kind of stuff in the customer service department. Another thing too is you're going to probably see an increase in, once again, kind of infrastructure. You can see them expanding the internet and trying to crank up the speeds, whether that be bringing faster speeds to areas that traditionally did not have it, or working with whatever ISPs are involved to spread their network out more and reach more homes, or give faster options for some of those places that are more limited. Not everybody has broadband internet access. Something else that's interesting, and this is just kind of more of me kind of thinking about it, just honestly more of an opinion, is I do expect to see some advancements focusing on technology in the healthcare world, and hopefully around possibly cancer. And the reason why I have that idea is because I know under the Obama administration, Obama put Biden in charge of some cancer research, and I believe that it is a project that's important to him. So I think with that being something that's important to the incoming president, you can expect to see some changes, or possibly some direction and focus in there. In the same way we did the Human Genome Project, you might see something similar in regards to cancer research. Hopefully, that would be the goal. Another thing that we can possibly consider as an option is we might see an advancement in just general healthcare 3D printing. So right now 3D printing is becoming a little more commonplace, especially with things like prosthetics and a lot of medical equipment. Once again, with this idea of infrastructure creating new jobs, and just natural innovations of technology that are going to happen anyways, you can see probably some advancements in the 3D printing world. Specifically in the medical world, just because I think there's a lot of immediate uses for it, whereas some of the other applications are not as obvious. But you may see sort of a 3D printing genesis of what's possible start to slowly be utilized into other industries. 3D printing is not anything new. It's been around, but definitely it's getting better, faster, more affordable, and then you can start to see, companies as they're trying to look to automate with robots, AI, that kind of stuff. How 3D printing, when it can be used, is going to be more of a thing. For example, Tesla recently showed that they're actually basically 3D printing the big portions of the car, so they're one solid piece. So that's something to think about and consider. With all that being said, I hope this has been interesting to you guys. If you like more, please feel free to subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.